What is up, Vex Gaming here today, and today, just make sure the mic's good, that's good, desktop audio is good. I just turned off his screen share. Hello, and today's stream is going to be a nice stream, everybody. Hello, it's Vex Gaming. I did not do a proper intro this time, sorry. I am managing settings at the same time as well as doing an intro like an idiot. Today we're going to be watching the Destiny 2 Heresy Act 1 trailer, or dev stream, whatever, the developer stream. This is going to give us insight to the finale of the original saga for Destiny, which is the Light and Dark saga that has been lasted since the start of Destiny 1. This is the last act. After this, we're going into a new saga called Frontiers. So this is the finale. This is going to launch us into a new era of Destiny. Some people claim there might be a Destiny 3. Who knows? I don't know. After that, we'll probably be playing some either Diablo or Delta Force. And after that, it would be probably either Delta Force or Throne and Liberty. As I said yesterday's stream, I'm going to be going through a couple MMORPGs just to familiarize myself with some ideas and stuff. So we're going to be playing some Throne and Liberty, which we played on the channel before. I stopped playing it because Call of Duty came out and all these other big games came out that were on my list, so it's about time that we get back to it. Alright. I'm here with Turtle. He's playing, I believe, nothing. Just like his existence. I hate that this thing spins. That should get my back of my wall a little bit color. There we go. Boom. A little bit of color behind me. Alright. We're going to interact with live chat here. Live chat here. Good too. Botrix is working. I have to get Rumbot working. Start. Boom. Rumbot is working. There we go. Alright. Oh, I got a pimple on my arm. I did not even know that.
Yummy.
I just looked at... Oh, Riker just posted a video. This is going to come out in about another 30 minutes. Let's see this Riker video, which is Diablo, if you guys don't know. Diablo. Riker. It just said Riker posted a video. It just said Riker had released a video. I feel like I've been lied to. Roadcraft. What the hell is Roadcraft? Riker did not post a video. I was lied to about my own notifications. R-Y. How do you spell Riker? Oh, R-H-Y-K-K. R-H-Y-K-K. E-R. This is the man I go to for Diablo news. It says he just uploaded a new video. This is is it a short? It's a short.
And when stops dropping, I'm gonna stop this timer.
Oh, damn. That's a lot of loot.
Still going. 12 seconds. Still going. Is this a joke? Is this an out of season April Fool's joke? We're on 23 seconds. Shit is still pooping out of this goddamn sack. 30 seconds, guys.
Efficient.
Okay, I think that was it.
Damn.
33 seconds.
Loot just kept popping out of that fucking bundle for 33 seconds. Holy fuck. That's what I mean about the new season. Is just good. They give you everything you ever want loot wise. Oop, boop. Boop. Cool. Boop. I think while we wait, we might go to Twitter to check some things. I'm not sure. Turtle, what are you up to?
I'm just looking at stuff at the moment.
He's watching porn.
Obviously. Why wouldn't I?
He's watching porn. I know. People are yelling at the PlayStation stream that they're late because they put the wrong time for the stream. They said it started at 12 p.m. It doesn't start till 10 a.m. PT, which is 1 a.m. my time. Sorry, 1 p.m. my time. People are just like, starts in 35 minutes. Yeah, Bungie, wake up. Am I late?
Oh,
It's already high. I will say, with the reason why you've seen Destiny and that I haven't streamed it in a while, as much as I want to stream the new episode, because it's not season episodes or like mini DLCs that they're doing now right now. Weird. But it's because the game is in a good state content cadence wise, but the problem is so many bugs have just randomly emerged because was it Bungie or PlayStation that decided to fire over 70% of their staff? Like, I don't know why that's the trend right now. Ubisoft did that, EA did that, Blizzard did that. I don't know if that's the trend to just fire your whole staff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Before they die.
Fire them before they mess up so you know they won't mess up. The Heresy looks very interesting with the idea of the armor sets and stuff. Let's go to D2 Heresy. I don't care. There we go. Show Crucible High Fallen. No, I want to see the armor sets and stuff. But it doesn't show me. Here? Ah, Heresy. So Heresy Act 1 releases on February 4th, so we're like a week away. Which I'll be hopping on to try, to be honest. I might uninstall Warframe to get that on the PC to test that out a bit, but might just go on the PlayStation because I have all the DLCs on the PlayStation. But there's a new dungeon coming. But what I wanted to show you is these weapon skins look really cool for the season. They're like half bone, half like this hive-ish, void-ish thing, which looks really cool. And the armor looks really sick. Like, oh my. There's a second set of armor. This set, the Eris Morn set, which also looks really cool. And then this is like the new design for the area, which looks really, really nice. Yeah, that was basically the images. Though, GIE. They also showed something really cool in their TWAB. Marathon's coming out. Marathon's such an old game at this point. This week at Bungie, I believe they show it in here. This is all the other stuff. Did they show it in here or is it in last week's TWAB? I believe it was last week's twab. This week of Destiny. That's all the changes. Oh yeah, they showed off the Festival of the Lost 2025 voting armor. So we have Titan Slasher. Right now is 53% have voted for Slashers. You have Jason Voorhees skin for your Titan, which looks really cool. And then we have the Hunter, which is Spectres, which is 57. Oh wow, Spectres are winning. This skin looks really cool. I play Hunter and Titan, so this is going to be like what I want. I really like the way it looks. Warlock, Spectre. That's Slenderman, which looks also really, really cool. Do they show all of them? They don't show all of them, which is weird. Unless the voting's already done, and that's what we're getting. Hunters were especially torn. So those are the ones we're getting, but I want to show you all of them. 23rd, 16, 9. So for the slashers, they had Jason Voorhees, they had Scream, which honestly I'm not sure I would rather Scream or this person. I don't know. They both look really, really cool. And then for Warlocks, they had this like scarecrow looking character, which was pretty cool. And then they had Slenderman. Titans had two good choices too, Jason or Laughing Jack, I believe that's supposed to be from the creepypastas. I think I would much rather this for Titans than this. But I still like that I'm going to be able to have these two. I might just play Warlock for the one skin, but I'm not sure. But it looks like we have our winners from this week voting, which looks to be... Was that Rumble notification you going live, Turtle?
No.
Oh. And it's gone. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Well, it had the reveals winners right at 16. Might be the 16th. So yeah, this was quite a competition. A lot of love showed for slashers and specters. Hunters were especially torn on which designs they had preferred. Our closest vote ever with this multi-contest vote. There are no losers here. The winner armor will be available for Festival of Law, while the runner-up armor will be available sometime the following year. Without further ado, here are the results of this year's vote. So you'll be able to get the other armor sets later in the year, probably with like the Frontiers DLC that releases. It might be just a little spice on top. Titans get Slasher that get the Jason Voorhees. Hunters, did I call it Titans Hunters? Hunters get the Spectre skin, which looks really, really cool. I like the design there. It's very Layla Rona-ish. And then Warlocks get Slendy, which looks really cool. Like, even the gloves here look really cool. You'll be able to dye this armor and stuff. That is going to be very sick. It's going to be very cool. Hasn't started yet. We're waiting. We have about 20 something minutes before we get to start to review this. Let's check X. I guess. Is this the right account? Nope. Wrong account. There we go. Ice Staff gameplay. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. The Ice Staff does look pretty. Got to round 4. Why is the quality so bad? That's the inspect. Everybody thought that was an attack. That's upsetting. America's going to be rich again. Okay. New Winter Soldier skin. Sonic. Gross. This is the official tack map for the new map. Lee says he woke up in tears after finding out he had 500,000 had been deducted from his bank account by the IRS. That's a lot. The fuck? This is not game news. This is just some crap. Okay, we're up at game news now. Click up here. New Fortnite OG Terminator in-game look for the new skin looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice. Shock Mimics, new Call of Duty Sinners is out. Balls removed. Some of the new armor and stuff for the new Call of Duty season looks really, really good. Jake Paul versus Logan Paul was the brothers versus each other, huh? New ray gun skin. Cosmic Ice Staff skin. That looked cool. Official special rounds are Roman only rounds. It's possible that shock may spawn during later rounds. Which would make sense. Switch 2. Nintendo has today. What Nintendo has today? Nintendo has today invited. Nintendo has invited today. No, wait, what? This English. This English that in this tweet. It hurts. It hurts. What? IGN posts Nintendo has today invited fans. What? Is it? Am I being stupid that bothers me? Nintendo has today. Will get their hands on with the Nintendo 2 ahead of its release. Hatsune Miku Rocket League trailer.
No.
Yeah. Don't you gnar me.
Rocket League still exists.
Rocket League still exists. MP feature playlist now live. Okay, cool. Standard. Damn. Damn, son. Oh yeah, the new Spider-Man show comes out tomorrow. You know your boy is going to be watching it. Don't be a hater.
What is that editing software with Microsoft? I forgot. It's called
Clipchamp. Microsoft Clipchamp.
Yeah.
Clipchamp. 20 more minutes until we are until that live stream goes live. Interesting. Interesting. Cool, cool. We're still waiting for Bungie to go live, so we can get some news. And then we're gonna play games. I would never lie. I don't always do. Oh my. Wow, birds. Oh god. Ring of fire. I have ribs in my oven that I can just throw in the air fryer with some barbecue sauce. Oh, that looks so good. But not yet. We're not gonna eat yet. Just had my bowl of cereal. Because of the fasting, I'm hungry. Oh, is that just a crack on my screen? Is it from when I flipped the table by accident? Yeah. Someone was telling me on my MMORPG playlist that I should check out Tarsland. In a Discord. What is is it TARISA or AS Tars TARSI Land Terrace Land. They said I should add it to my list to try. We can watch this. Why I quit Tarsland. Current state. I don't like seeing the few videos that I see about searching this up. Let's see.
This dude, Artemis, is probably one of my favorite too. Like that crow vibe with the sniper is
killer and DPS, and the game also allows you to freely switch between specialization instantly with absolutely no friction, which is especially nice for encounters with specs that are more suited to AoE or single target damage. In this video you'll see the highlights of me leveling to 40, which is the current max level, forming a guild with subscribers of this channel, gearing up in dungeons, taking on the arena, and finally facing the Merfolk King raid boss. Also make sure to watch this video until the end where I'll give you my full Tarisland pros and cons list.
Do we just want to see the pros and cons?
This video is sponsored by the devs, but they're pretty chill in letting me cover and critique the game as I would any normal video. Click the link in the description. Out some of Tarisland's endgame content and the global release, my updated pros and cons list are as follows. Pros. Tarisland is probably the closest thing we'll get to having a World of Warcraft-like game that's cross-platform on both mobile and PC. Every other half-decent PC mobile MMO I can think of is top-down isometric perspective. This is the only cross-platform third-person mobile MMO that actually feels like it was designed for PC and not the other way around. Tarisland does a better job than almost every other MMO of teaching raid mechanics to players completely new to the genre. The game literally has a boss mod add-on and DPS meter built into it. It has universal visuals for soak mechanics, avoidable damage is clearly displayed, and overall this would probably be a great starting point for anyone completely new to the MMO genre to get familiar with raid mechanics. The game allows you to fully customize your UI, which isn't usually an option for MMOs that are cross-platform on PC and mobile. I love how easy it is to change your talent spec. It's literally instant, and you can even change your build in the middle of a battleground.
This looks like WoW to me.
It's a decent variety of content,
but free to play.
The dungeons and raids to be most fun, but I also enjoyed the mini games, 3v3 arena, and map completion. The game is free to play, and spending money doesn't seem to
World
have a
of
huge
Warcraft,
impact.
wow.
I spent some money on the battle pass, but it didn't give me anything to contribute to my power. All of the best gear was obtained from PvE content, and the main money sink seems to be with legendary cosmetics, which are obtained via a gacha system. The game has a pretty robust screenshot mode, which I do appreciate. The combat overall is average. It's not the best by PC standards, as it's a bit clunky at times, but by mobile standards it's pretty good. And to my surprise, Tarisland does indeed have some fairly decent PvE content with its challenge mode, elite dungeons and raids. If a tank messes up, you'd wipe. If you stood in the AoE fire, you'd die. And taking down both the Merfolk King and the Shadow Witch raids on elite difficulty not only took a few wipes but felt pretty good when we eventually got them down. Cons. The general movement, jumping and animations don't feel as smooth and polished as I'd like. The game's visual progression is tied purely to cosmetics rather than the actual gear with stats on it that you equip as you progress. The team chat is extremely confusing. It's giant floating text that scrolls in the middle of your screen from right to left, and not only does it look a mess, but it's also really hard to read. Visually, the art style looks quite generic in my opinion. Arena mode is only available to queue for 2 hours per day, which could mean players who work during this time simply cannot participate in this content. The world's map is clunky to use when you're questing in the corner of the zones, as it locks to the center of the zone and not your location. Some of the cinematics look a bit scuffed. If you're a highly skilled hardcore MMO player, you might find that the ability rotations in Tarisland aren't complex enough, due to being limited to 9 abilities and 3 consumables on your hotbar. And I also think it takes way too long to charge your Soul Stone ultimate, and the damage it does feels underwhelming relative to the time it takes to actually use. Overall, Tarisland is an MMO that I personally think will resonate the most with people who have never really experienced endgame PvE raiding or dungeons in an MMO before, as the game genuinely...
The one down here where the guy says he just had to quit. Streaming soon. Okay, it's starting.
I'm gonna head out real quick because I want to figure something out.
Alright. Should I just move to the... What?
Were you talking to me?
Should I move over to just to a Discord channel so you can jump back in instead of...
Yeah, development. Yeah, I'll probably be back here soon.
Okay, I'll move over there. Okay, it looks like it's starting. We have about 12 minutes before it actually starts, technically. But the things I'm looking for in this development stream, or like an up for this DLC/season, I'm looking for an enjoyable, replayable, and worth my time PvE activity. PvE balancing, just because I find that if you go with, it's just very unbalanced right now. I want to see how the rework to Trials of Osiris works. I want them to announce something about how to increase the longevity of these episodes, because I find once you go in, after a few days, you've done everything, it becomes stale, you get every weapon you need, you wait until the next episode. I want there to be, what I'm also looking for just for this thing is a little insight to Frontiers. I think it's called Apollo, and there's another one, Project Apollo, and something else. I want just a little tease into one of them, because it's coming up soon. Like, we got a few months of this season, or episode, sorry, and then DLC should be out shortly after that, right? Like, we have Act 1, which is going to be 2 weeks. Act 2 is going to be, like, a week, they said. They said not even that long, because they're going to be different sizes this time. 3 is going to be pretty long, I guess, because they have to cover off the 3 months. But, I don't know. I'm hoping. I want something to keep me more engaged into Destiny, instead of me going, okay, I play the content, I prefer playing Destiny, but I've done all the content, now I walk all over to Warframe, and I just play Warframe for all of my days. Like, I really want to main Destiny as a game, but I can't main Destiny as a game if there's not content that keeps me playing as a player. That's the problem that I'm finding right now with Destiny. And hopefully, like, maybe we can, we find it. I don't know. Hopefully. I'm not sure yet though. Like, I'm really hoping. I'm really hoping. That way better. I like this way because I face you guys a bit more. But I'm really do. Oh god, this is loud. But I really do hope like they do, because I want to continue playing Destiny. But I find that the biggest problem right now is it's just not enjoyable as a long-term player. Yes, there's Trials of Osiris. Yes, there's raids. But like after you've done them, after you get the catalyst, was just you sit there and help other players just for the fun of it. It's only fun for so long, and then you get bored. That's just how it goes. And maybe that's just me hitting burnout with the game already, but I really want a reason. Like Onslaught, it kept me going for that until the fucking big DLC drop. That was probably one of the best updates to Destiny to date. And then they doubled down with episode 1's content? Or was it episode 2's content? No, episode 1 content was themed around Onslaught. Which I liked. I played the hell out of it. But I don't want it always to be Onslaught. Like, they brought back, the season, which I didn't play because too many things came out and I was just kind of burnt out for a bit there, which I'd probably go back to and play, but I played a bit of it just to try it out, and it seemed that the loot cadence and stuff was still a little bit off to me. But they brought back what is it called from D1, Prison of Elders. Now it's called the Tomb of Elders. So hopefully Heresy adds something that is replayable, very fun, and adds enough loot and reasons to grind out that content to continue. Another reason why I'm hoping for all this is I want there to be a reason why I come back to the game and want to finally finish getting that one last fucking piece of exotic class piece armor that I need that roll for my Titan to have my build complete. But I can't fucking get it. Even when they added the focusing shit, I still haven't been able to fucking get it. It pisses me off. Got every other roll but that one roll. And I was sitting in there for hours and going in and just sitting there for hours. Never getting it. Never getting it. It pisses me off so much still to this day. It's not like I'm angry at the game, but it just pisses me off. I wish you, like, I don't know, add a reroll to one of the perks or something. An easier way to, like, target farm. Because I still hate having to do that activity where you, not the activity, the zone thing where you have to keep going, opening the chest. I mean, I could do dual destiny, but that takes a teammate that you need to do it and go in and do it, and you're not guaranteed. So it's like, which one do I want to do? If they added another activity to get it that is difficult enough, but short in like time it takes to complete it, to be able to rerun it, and you can go in solo or matchmake, that would be awesome. That would be my goal. Honestly, they could not release any fucking content in this stream and they announced that and I'd be happy. I'd be in there playing it. That's how I feel about that. That's all I want. We'll most likely today be streaming till like for a while, I think, today. Maybe 4 or 5. I do have to leave at 6 o'clock though. I'm going to like a movie night at my friend's place. Also, there's gonna be the devil's lettuce there. And maybe shrooms. I don't know. I could bring some of my own, technically. Can I talk about that on this platform? It is Canada. And it is legal. But yeah. I also need to, like, hopefully my check comes in soon. Because I'm out of e-liquid, like, completely. And it's very, like, rare that I'm out of complete e-liquid for my vape. That I need to get new. But I also saw they have flavor beasts. They have a vanilla ice cream flavor. And it's called Vipin Vanilla, Viper's Vanilla, something like that. It's like a vanilla milk. I like milk flavors. Like shit, on my desk alone. Like, I am a nicotine addict. I did not realize I was a nicotine addict until I started cleaning off my desk. And I realized that I have a problem. Like, here, let me do my best to show you what I have on my thing. Oh, why did Wikipedia open? What the hell? There we go. Apparently, if I click F12 and space at the same time, it opens Wikipedia. Ugh. Ugh. I have all these just sitting on my desk. That's 1, 2, 3. Flavor Beast, 1 dripping. Flavor Beast Shisha. Flavor Beast Max mode. Fucking these, which are honestly the best. I have a problem. But I ain't really admitted it yet. Fuck. I gotta reorganize them. Before, I used to have the problem with controllers. I had to toss a lot of them out. Just because I would literally buy the controllers because I thought they looked cool and then not use them ever. So I sold them. YouTube nicotine addiction is... Yeah. Good old water. Overnight. I thought I changed it. It's fine. I've had worse water. I've had Cuban water and from the tap, and that was a big mistake. I tell you, do not drink Cuban water from the tap. Even though there's a sign on there that says don't do it, I still was like, I'm quenched. I'm not quenched enough. I need to be quenched. Yeah, big mistake. It gives you the scoop butters, as I would say it, PG. Being PG with it. Scoop butters. I have tanks here too. Like, why do I have tanks over here? I have Lego pieces that are built. I have a Charizard that I'm slowly officially building. I want to put a shelf right there because I normally play like this, which I'm still thinking about pushing like my camera over here, but I do not want to get the window that's over there because it's just bright. So I'm thinking of, since I play sitting like this, I want to have a shelf alongside here with the Charizard that was sent to me there. I want to put my Moo calendar because you know I love my cows. I got some other things I want to do. I got like, I collect playing cards because street magician. I also want to like get one of those nice little fancy spin cases where you lift one up. but those are also kind of
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
expensive.
It's good to see y'all again, Guardians. Welcome here to Bungie HQ.
Is audio good, by the way?
In beautiful Bellevue, Washington. Today with our stream that's going to be talking through some of the awesome stuff you're going to be able to check out just next week when Act 1 of episode Heresy launches on February 4th. Now,
Is it good?
worry not,
Okay.
You're not going to just have to sit here and listen to me. My name's Andy. I work on the social media team here at Bungie, but I've got some amazing colleagues here to go ahead and share some of the finer details of all the cool stuff we're going to be checking out today. So, to not waste any time,
Got 1 week for this.
let's go ahead and introduce everyone so we can get to it. First things first, this gentleman to my left, a brand new addition to our show. If you've joined us before, you may recognize his face, or not recognize his face, rather. The one and only Mr. Mr. Nico Stevens, narrative architect here at Bungie. Nico, how's it going, man?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Andy?
Doing well, thank you.
You butchered the introduction.
Anyone that may not have followed you on social media, or maybe wondering what it is a narrative architect does, can you tell us just a little bit about who you are and what you do here?
Sure. So I joined Bungie. I joined Bungie back in Season of Undying, like right at the tail end of that, and I've been working on seasonal content from then up until now and doing the episode stuff.
So I blame you.
Do, annual releases here and there, just some Final Shape stuff.
You.
You might know my work from Presage or World War II,
Actually,
or,
wait.
Mission of all time, not even kidding.
I'm a little biased, but I do love it.
Oh, good. All right, we can talk about that at another time. But thank you.
Maybe not.
No, we appreciate it.
Those are two good contents.
Him, someone who's joined us in the past, actually. If you joined us for our episode Echoes stream, you probably recognize his face immediately. The one and only Ryan Harris, senior designer here at Bungie. Ryan, welcome back.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well, man. Thank you very much. For anyone that maybe didn't join us on the last Echo stream or is just seeing you for the first time, can you tell us just a little bit about who you are and what you do here?
For sure, yeah. So I'm a senior Act 2 designer here at Bungie. I've been around since Season of the Plunder. Folks may know my content that I've worked on from most recently the Battlegrounds, from Echoes, and then before that it's Savathûn Spire, and then the Defiant Battlegrounds.
Yeah, another one today to add to the best hits, obviously.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
No.
thank you for being here, Ryan. We appreciate it.
No.
Last but very not least, someone who needs no introduction, a friend to all Guardian kind, a voice of all of you fine folks out in chat, here in the studio, the Youngblood Dillionaire himself, Dylan Gaffner. Dylan, thanks for being here, man.
Thank you. How are you doing, Andy? Question
This
number
is
3.
Doing so well, thank you.
Why does he sound so creepy? How are you doing, Andy?
You are the global
Like,
community lead.
don't go. If he gets up there in the washroom with you, you just don't hold it in.
Anything like that. Just a little bit about who you are and what it is you do here.
Yeah, I mean, we're listening. I'm that guy. Bread, hashtag meme. But ultimately, yeah, we, on the community team, we make sure to field all your feedback, get our roadmap of comms together for what's in
I like that yellow flannel.
what's all the cool stuff going on in Destiny in the game or outside of it, too.
Yeah.
Speaking of outside of it, I want to do a quick shout out to MacTix. We have a Game to Give charity marathon going on right now. Actually, his time slot coincides with ours. So throughout this, we're going to be dropping links in chat to his charity page. So if you want to support a good cause, help out the Bungie Foundation and all the people in need, yeah, hit up that link, check out the incentives, and donate some money if you can. If you can't, totally fine.
Yep.
Spread the word.
And hey, do yourself a huge favor while you're out there. Give MacTix a follow. Steal some of his builds. I know I do. I mentioned it last stream. All right, so that is enough about us. Let's talk about the cool things that you guys have been building. Obviously, we're about to go ahead and arrive at Act 1 of Heresy, but before we get there, Nico, I'd love to ask you really quickly, what got us to where we are today? Obviously, we're concluding episode Revenant, but a lot has occurred. Can you catch anyone up at home about what happened last time?
Yeah, so the story of the Echoes, which the episodes encompass, has it was kicked off from the Final Shape. So at the end of the Final Shape, we kill the Witness.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler, sorry.
That witness is dead.
The witness
So we take out the
died.
Witness, and from the
Witness needs
from
nut.
the Pale Heart, we see
Sorry.
all of these Echoes like burst out and start flying across Sol.
Yeah.
The first one that we encountered was in the hands of Maya Sundaresh.
That was a good story.
She escaped. Second one we encountered was in the hands of Fikrul. We dealt with him. He did not escape. And then the third one that we are encountering is going to be here in the Dreadnought. And after it left the Pale Heart, a very specific dread that we're going to be seeing this episode gave chase to it. So we're going to be dealing with the Dread and the Taken and the Hive all revolving around this third act.
Nice.
Very exciting. All right, so we have up on screen here in just a moment, I think, the key art. For this next episode. There's a lot going on.
That's a cool.
I'll leave it to you.
Look at those.
What we're seeing here.
Yeah. So
That down there's a portal. There's a
something that's
key.
on lot of people's eye is that
Oryx!
Ghost of Oryx peeking over the top there.
Yep. Yeah.
So Oryx is, I'll just say Oryx is back to some capacity, right?
What? Again?
And the
Pull him out from the grave?
So not only
Like he's
are,
Danix!
the Guardians jumping through, trying to figure out what exactly. is
Fucking,
going on
they're
in
like,
this attack.
opposite Tenix, they take him out. They're like, fucking, let's pull this guy back out.
Edged up from the bones of the dreadnought.
Yeah.
And I don't want to reveal too much.
Oh
but
yeah,
we're
that's
gonna be
all right.
we're gonna be clashing.
The Guardians will be there very soon. But so we're
Like-
dealing obviously again with the Taken King again in some form.
How?
Some old foes returning. But before we go ahead and move on into gameplay and dive into that, we have some old allies returning as well. Can you tell us about some of the folks we're going to be working with this time around? As well?
Yeah. So our main cast right now is Eris Morn, which
Nice.
is our resident witch hive expert. A lot of people know her from Season of the Witch, aptly named, or even further back. Season of Arrivals is kind of like the first time that she jumped back into this new sort of saga story arc. So we have Eris Morn. She is, as I said, our resident hive expert. We have the Drifter, her faithful companion, who's following alongside and helping us kind of pick apart what the Taken are doing here.
Yeah.
I think I said at some point before that he always has his finger in the weird of the universe.
He certainly does.
And there's
yeah.
some weird going on here.
Excellent.
And then finally, we have Deputy Commander Sloan.
Right.
And Sloan is our Titan representation here. People will remember her from Season of the Deep or
Yep.
even the Red War. And she has been afflicted with this like Taken corruption that we saw back in Season of the Deep. And she's
It's good
learned
season.
how to sort of hold it back, but also utilize it to make her stronger.
Yeah.
So she is going to be teaching us some of that.
Yeah, that's
We're getting Taken powers?
Yeah, so it's safe to say. So we've obviously got a whole new cast of friends and enemies to go up against, but really quickly as well, something we were talking about a little bit earlier in the show is the player journey as well. It's something you guys are really excited about this time around. Can you tell us a little bit about how players are going to be experiencing some of these quests?
Yeah, so, okay, so players have been talking a lot about the structure of the player journey and how they kind of like see it shaken up a bit, right? So this is going to be kind of one of our first steps into trying to make that happen in a more tangible way. Cool. So you will still notice some of those elements of like returning to a vendor or something like that. But you're also going to notice that we're doing a lot more bespoke, spread out delivery for these beats.
Cool.
You're going to find characters like in the midst of a mission sometimes.
Yeah.
There's some new tech that I don't want to spoil. I want players to see it in the
That's right,
game.
yeah.
But there's some new tech having to do with the way that we would holo project characters. In that sort of projection unit that you would find in the helm.
Yeah.
We're expanding that out so that it's a little bit more versatile, and it is more cognizant of where players want to be, and less about like having to return to this one spot and kind of loop through the helm over and over again.
Thank you. Well, thank you guys. Obviously, I'm sure our audience of Guardians who have let Dylan know and his compatriots loud and clear what we're looking for are happy to be hearing that. So
Do they even listen half the time, though? That's the question.
Talk to this character. Let me go back to the helm. Let me talk to this character.
Is there a holo projector somewhere in there?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Well, really exciting. So as we kind of move into that player journey, we're going to be working on something called the Path of Resolve. Can you tell us just a little bit about what that is before we dive into the gameplay here in just a moment?
Yes, so there is an event that happens at the beginning of the episode, which people will see very, very soon after the launch.
Yeah.
And this sort of kicks off, let me choose my words very carefully here.
Redacted.
Redacted, yes.
This redacted event sort of kicks off Sloane's motivation for teaching us about the Taken power that she has been holding back.
Are we unlocking Taken
That is
abilities?
the path of resolve here. She's going to be teaching us how to fight fire with fire. We're going to be going into the Dreadnought, taking some control of that Taken energy, taking some control of those old hive magics, and wielding them using our light and using our paracausality, wielding that new power against our enemies.
Very nice. All right, we're going to be obviously keeping Sloan very busy.
Oh, yeah.
With that. But speaking of, we actually have our requisite local fire team here in-house in the activity as well. Ryan, this is the Nether. This is the new activity that's going to be arriving with
Nether.
episode Heresy. Can you tell us just a little bit about what this is for starters as we go ahead and kind of dive into it?
Yeah, so the Nether is a 3-player activity, and we
3
are
players?
Dreadnought's
I wish it was
multiple
6.
zones. And we'll be exploring the Dreadnought, rooting out the Taken hive and dread corruption that are taking place, and taking hold inside the Dreadnought itself as we go through these spaces. And the Nether itself is a uniquely different type of activity. We're really trying to baseline some inspiration for this activity was looking at Shattered Realm, the Coil, and of course the Dreadnought's patrol spaces. Of course, we are in the Dreadnought.
Yeah.
And yeah, so just for starters, what you're actually doing inside the Dreadnought is baseline.
There's limited revives.
Control zones are randomized and varied. The encounters inside are varied and randomized as well. So time over time, when you launch into the activity, it's going to be a different starting bubble, different encounters, and different events and objectives for you to engage with and accomplish as you're exploring the Dreadnought itself.
Yeah. What kind of like modifiers would you say players are going to go up against in here? Because surely they're not just going to go into the Dreadnought and get a warm welcome necessarily.
Yes. Yeah, so the Nether has some very unique modifications to it that we're experimenting with. So first off, players do not regenerate health. And to compensate for that, we are doing something special where we're providing players with plus 300 bonus health baseline to their original HP values and plus 75 shield value. So alongside that, we really want to make your health regeneration or your health as like a resource as you're fighting through this, as we are looking at this as a very rogue-lite experience, and we need resources to contend with to make and hit that rogue-lite. Emphasis on light there, of course, because this is still a very uniquely Destiny experience. And we have a lot of things contributing to that as well. So we do have ammo scarcity as well, so players won't be getting as much ammo, but there will be ways and avenues to get health and ammo drops in the activity.
Okay, it's kind of cool, kind of diverse.
Like improve your power over time as you engage with the activity.
And that progressive sort of idea of like power and building up how strong you are as you're moving through the Nether, that roguelite experience. It's also reflective of that narrative of like building yourself up, pushing deeper into the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought is resisting you. It's trying to make sure you can't like move towards the Echo and figure out what's going on. And this is you finding ways to like pierce the veil and move beyond their barrier.
New foes and new challenges obviously warrant new strategies along the way as well.
Absolutely.
And then you saying like ammo and health is kind of like a resource, so you're not seeing it drop off of enemies and stuff like that, but there are things that you can find like a resource and collect and all that.
Yeah, so we have destination materials. We have urns and pots kind of placed around everywhere, and also destination chests that players can find. And when you break these destructible pots, they'll explode into like a rain of health, ammo, heavy ammo, sometimes boons, sometimes revive tokens. I forgot to mention we are using revive tokens here as a resource as well. So you really need to but like
fucking fly.
to get more revive tokens. There is more avenues to get health and ammo. So we really want players to explore the Dreadnought and encourage that exploration by looking for these urns, looking for the chests, and like searching for those boons, because there's multiple avenues and like ways for players to search out and go get
This activity looks kind of cool.
Scarcity is really going to make you want to chase this down, and I can imagine that health is a sight for sore eyes.
Absolutely.
To that end as well, actually, obviously you mentioned we're back at the Dreadnought, but I can't imagine it's the exact same one. Can you tell us a little bit about how the Dreadnought has changed?
Yeah, so since the Echo has hit the Dreadnought, a lot of the spaces have changed and like modified. A lot of the skin of the Dreadnought ship has like peeled back, revealing bone and chitin and showing off new secrets, new pathways. So you are in familiar spaces if you've played the Dreadnought before, but there is a lot of new, interesting, unique pathways. Things have changed. Things have become abnormally different.
Oh, there goes the fire team.
And that's the last we ever saw of that Guardian ever again. As mysteriously as they arrived, they were gone.
And we've kind of like, for players who are wanting that explorative aspect, right? We've kind of like separated out the modes a little bit, so people can go in and they can explore the Dreadnought, but people who are like looking to just bust through the activity and get loot, they have a different match-made mode, right?
Absolutely. So the Nether has currently 3 modes. So there's the Nether exploration for those solo type experiences, but they can bring their fire team in as well if they'd like to. And this is more of like that patrol-esque experience that you're looking for. I want to explore at my own like pace. I want to look for secrets. I want to just engage with the space like it was a patrol space back in the day. It still is the Nether experience of where you're going from. You're playing through the 3 bubbles and there's escalating difficulty, but we do grant to you in that mode a multitude of revives. So you have a way larger pool of revives, so you can make mistakes. It's just for those players who want to like explore at their own whim, play at their own pace, And then additionally, there's also damage modifiers for those players when they're engaging with bosses as a solo player, so they can actually tackle those hurdles as they come, and also some modifiers on like how many enemies are spawning, so they don't need to like get
Making it more solo friendly, which is good.
in the world.
You can really take in the skybox for a little while and hang out with your buddies. Yeah.
And then additionally, if you do get lost, because this is, we didn't want to overclutter the spaces with objectives, because there is a lot of things to do, and there's a lot of different things to do in every single bubble and location that you go to in the Dreadnought. If you do get lost, you just pop open your ghost, and there'll be a bunch of star objective icons that'll like let you know where you should be looking and where you should be going for the next spot. Additionally, I'm talking about.
Notice they're using a new heavy LMG.
And then we do have expert as well.
Very cool. Okay, so plenty of challenges for the Guardians that want to undertake those. Make sure they're pushing not only themselves, but the opportunity to get loot as far as they possibly can.
Absolutely. And on that loot note as well, every time you complete a bubble, there is a chest checkpoint, so you do get loot checkpoints essentially. And like the average runtime for like a bubble is 8 to 12 minutes, but you do get the most loot by completing the entire activity as a whole.
Got it.
But there are checkpoints for players who just want to jump in for like 8 to 12 minutes, hit that loot checkpoint, like, okay, I'm out for now, or players who want to just like rush through it and get all the loot at every single end of every single bubble checkpoint.
Very cool. Okay.
So it's craftable weapons again this time around.
I think, in addition to the modifiers we're talking about, the boon system is one that I heard you mention a little bit earlier. I'd love to actually kick off the conversation about that. I think we maybe saw the folks in chat that were eagle-eyed that were keeping an eye on the modifiers, may have seen something a little bit earlier before. But can you tell us a little bit about the boon system?
Yeah, so the boons here are, we have a multitude of boons. We have
Oh, wow.
major boons.
Exotic rewards, crafting recipe stuff? I don't know what those are. I forgot what they're called.
That are pretty much just to increase your power and incrementally stack. They can stack up to 10, and they're just like the typical like increased light damage, increased darkness damage, movement speed on kills. Some are like based on health and regenerate health, and are typical like mobility increases, but like things that'll make you stronger over time and allow you to tackle the more difficult bubbles as you approach them.
Yeah.
And then additionally, we have major boons.
Yeah.
And then from there, they're like actually more larger gameplay modifiers that actually affect your abilities and your actions.
Yeah.
And of course now, we do have Eric.
That's right. Yes, actually. So anyone at home that may have noticed, our good friend Nico, please give him a shout out in chat and let him know that you love him, has stepped out of the scene for just a moment, and we are now joined by gameplay feature lead Eric Smith. Eric, how's it going, man?
It's going well. How are you?
So for any, doing well, thank you. You guys are all so nice today. I'm so taken aback. For anyone that may not have seen you in the Vidocs or anything like that, can you tell us just a little bit about who you are, what you do here at Bungie as a gameplay feature lead?
You share.
Yeah, sure thing. So I'm Eric Smith, gameplay feature lead on Destiny 2. So I help create the game's abilities, kind of anything the player can do, the game feel of the game, build crafting,
Very important guy.
sandbox stuff, and kind of make the controller disappear into your hands while you're playing.
Yeah, and any tools we use, you're helping go ahead and make sure that they're all available for us.
For the mouse and keyboard as
Yes,
well.
Right, those two.
I'm just sitting there tapping on an empty desk. That's how my Trials teammates feel. So we're talking about the boon system. You obviously had a big hand in this as well. Rather. Can you tell us a little bit about what this system is for, and maybe about the boons the players are going to have available?
Yeah, so there are a bunch of boons available.
I don't like this empty space here. I feel like they could easily put something here. Like, put that down center here.
Affecting, and they will do things like, kind of like we saw in the Pale Heart with the Traveler's Blessings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you pick something up and it kind of gives you a new ability. One of those in the Pale Heart was Solar Slide, where you run and slide and a solar wave would go out and blow things up.
Yeah.
In this, we have Solar Slide as well, but we also have Stasis Slide, where you run and you slide, and a big stasis wave comes out, makes crystals and freezes things, and you can blow them up. So, and there's stuff that is going to allow you to heal more effectively. There's looks like this one's interesting. Reduces damage per piece of episodic armor worn.
Oh, cool.
It is quite significant boost as well.
Yep. Yeah, so there's a bunch, and then finally we have the kind of Kiss Curse boons, as we call them, but they have an official name. What is that?
Corrupted boons. And
Here we go. We're looking at one right now.
Yeah, so these corrupted boons are offered at the same time as major boons, as players can only obtain 5 to 6 major boons / corrupted boons per run through. Those are granted to players once randomly at one of the 3 encounters inside of the bubble, and then again at the end of the bubble once they complete it. And there's some ritual loop stuff too that will allow them to get another one at the start of a bubble or the start of a run through. But these Kiss Curse or corrupted boons, as we call them,
My nose.
give you a great bonus or increase to a specific thing at the cost of a major negative. So one, for example, here.
Good timing there, bud. Oh, wow.
Is Glass Cannon, which increases all damage massively, while also increasing all the damage you take.
Yeah. Which is also, that's the dev name internally, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the dev name.
So if you don't find one specifically named Glass Cannon, we are obviously, we hang out in our own Word docs and Excel sheets quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That's true. And that one is interesting. It's an interesting choice that you can make. Since
Interesting gameplay. I like it.
the risk to reward ratio, right? Because you have non-regenerating health in here,
But my question is,
you have to come at each
what is the longevity of this
with
mode?
that kind of mindset of health as a resource.
It is.
And make sure that, if I take damage from
That's my question.
that enemy, it has the potential to stick with me unless I
God damn.
a healing
And
really
there's
gotta-
a fire team option too, where it's like every time you're offered those major boons, your teammates can also choose different ones. So it's like, oh hey, 2 of us are going to do that glass cannon, or that external.
Yeah.
And then another person is going to do, oh hey, every time I do a finisher, things are volatile around me and I get my grenade back. So I can spam more of those, keep you a bit safer when you get swarmed by things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And it's also good to know in the health regeneration aspect, the gameplay and sandbox team has tuned a lot of the abilities and weapons that do heal players, so they're not extremely overpowered. So there's been a wide tuning pass on all of this entirely. So you're gonna see when you're trying to heal up your teammate with one of our new support auto rifles.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some time, but it does work and it is very efficient and very helpful, especially the abilities. So you're definitely going to spec into healing builds.
man, I have to just give a shout out to the team on Season of the Deep. We were going deep into the oceans of Titan, and now it feels like we're going deep into space, and the pressure you can feel it. Tentacles taking energy. They knocked it out of the park with the vibe here. I'm feeling a little claustrophobic, but also
Just getting
you
deep,
feel it.
pulled deeper into the labyrinth, right? Yeah, absolutely. So, in addition to, there's obviously modifiers you're going to be facing.
I never got that when they say you can feel it.
Available to you, but this episode as well is going to bring with it a bevy of new gear between both armor and weapons. Now, obviously, for the Keen-Eyed Guardians in chat who are watching, there's obviously some seasonal armor, some episodic armor sets that we have here that you can go ahead and check out firsthand. But I think, kind of in the spirit of this activity and build crafting, let's talk about some of the weapons. Actually, there's one here on screen. Obviously, this is our new support frame auto rifle. Given that health is such a precious resource in this activity, Eric, can you tell us a little bit about this one?
Yeah, so this is Adamantite. This is our new strand support.
Adamantite?
And it has some
Anti-MIA?
features. One of those is that when I heal enemies, so these support autos, there's 2 of them in the game now. When I hip fire at an ally, it'll send out kind of healing rounds at them, right? And then if I need to, shoot an enemy right next to that ally, I can just ADS and go full offense, right?
Yeah.
But the healing from this, because you're shooting out strand rounds, if you heal an ally repeatedly, it'll actually cause them to sprout little unravel seeds, which kind of turns them into this short-term, strand turret.
Throw your friend as a grenade.
Which is cool. That's a cool.
It's like, oh hey, I'm healing you and making you.
Let your hunter friend with the Caliban Slayer's handshake roll run in there and just keep them alive, right?
And that's why I'm so excited about this activity, because we've kind of introduced all these kind of healing things, but in a lot of the game, I can just hide behind a box and heal, right? And here you can see our health isn't regenerating. So we need to really think about, maybe there is a dedicated healer on your team. Maybe there's multiple allies using healing rounds, right?
Yeah, honestly, that build crafting is kind of transcending now beyond yourself, just to per activity, per fire team, whatever you've got. So this one's obviously going to be a ton of fun, but that is far from the only weapon that's being added around. As far as the episodic weapons, are there any others in particular you want to call out?
There are. I do actually want to talk about this one with one more thing.
Oh,
So
please.
This weapon can roll Slice and Tear, which are 2 perks that sever enemies.
Yeah.
It's not often we get a primary legendary weapon that can debuff in multiple ways. And that's going to play into things like the artifact this season, which we'll talk about.
Is this one a new Mento?
Adamantite, which is a really solid weapon. And then let's look at Psychopomp. So Psychopomp is our new area denial grenade launcher.
Such a good name.
I love it. Yeah.
It's just Psychopomp. Yeah. Let's go.
Psychopomp.
Psychopomp. So these area denial grenade launchers, the fantasy of these things is like a flamethrower, right? We don't have flamethrowers in the game, but this is as close as you can get to a flamethrower. So I imagine I'm using one every time I use this thing.
I'm going to now.
This thing has a really cool new perk on it that
Rolling Storm Fire will just want to amplify.
Keyword bolt charge, which we'll also talk about in a bit. And also it works with Amplified as well. So this thing, if you are Arc build crafted this season and Arc has received a ton of love, this thing is going to absolutely slay out.
Yeah.
This fly is in my room. It's bothering me.
As someone who's been building area denial grenade launchers into my loadout, I can't wait. The second I learned this was on the docket, I was so excited.
The folks that have been working on these weapons too, like the general look of them, it goes along with what you were saying of, oh hey, the Dreadnought's kind of peeling back. If you look at the weapon, you can see like, oh my gosh, there's like
the bone.
There's the bone.
Yeah. Actually, Dylan, while I've got you, also the previous one on Adamantite, that one was an adept weapon.
Yeah. So let me pull out my handy dandy notebook.
There we go.
Here's the meme.
Screen cap.
But yeah, you can notice that for this go of our episodic weapons, you can earn adept weapons, and these are we're considering or calling them our heretical arsenal.
Got it.
Heresy, heretical. Like we're going deep into this.
It's not
theme.
Theoretical. It's heretical. Love it.
You can see that it has a new a different treatment to the colors. It's kind of like the holofoils from Into the Light.
Okay.
Not so much exactly that of hey, it's an ornament, but like this has the base dye and all that, and it looks really good. Shout out to the team. But you can also notice there are multiple perks in each column. There's actually an extra origin trait as well. Shout out Taken King, all that kind of stuff from a raid near you. But there's a very interesting ways of earning these weapons. So you're going to be going into these activities, upping that difficulty. You're going to be exploring the Dreadnought and looking for these. As well with the episodic weapons, there are going to be new fragile mods. So they're called fragile because these will be expiring at the close of the episode.
Okay. But
they're going to give you pretty insane bonuses to your outgoing power. So not necessarily the power of the weapon, but the actual like versatility of it. One of these, I have the Power of Resolve. Rapid hits, they create Taken Seekers. They're really good against champs.
Yeah.
So that's an example. There are going to be a couple at launch and then more coming with each act. But these will be great in Nightfall. So it'll be great in higher content.
So they're giving us more power, so a reason to replay.
Earning these weapons, there was a ton of feedback, and we absolutely heard you. We're listening about the tonic system. So there are things with like the user experience was a bit rough of having to go back in, create more tonics, trigger them in the middle of activities because they were running out. The team really took that to heart. They want to make sure that there's agency in how you're earning these weapons. So they're going to be making it through the Tome of Want. You can kind of target these weapons. You don't need to go in and do this a ton of times. You can say, hey, I want to go for this auto rifle. I want to go for this grenade launcher, linear fusion rifle, and I really want to be going for that to try to get these heretical versions. So effectively, like, I don't want to say more loot because it's not going to be like, oh, hey, you're getting 10 times more. But it's going to feel like, oh, hey, I have a goal of getting this loot, and now I'm going to go and play the game and get what I'm looking for.
Good.
No, it's super exciting, honestly. Just having those more opportunities to just break your loadouts out a little bit, find new ways to go ahead and really excel, especially given the challenges we're going to be going up against on the Dreadnought.
And with the fragile mods, like it's baking into that exploration. Like
I'm not tired, I swear.
How do you find them again?
Yeah, so they can be found through secrets and chests found in the Nether. They're spread out. They're hidden pretty well, but I imagine folks will find them over time or through some YouTube videos.
But Rick Cack is here.
We're gonna wait for. We won't miss it this time. Fallout, obviously. If you could make some guides for us, we'd greatly appreciate it. So Iswurg, obviously, yes. One of the best communities out there.
Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, I mean, the last keyword I want to throw on there is aspirational. Ultimately, we want to have tools that players want to go and find, want to earn, and increase their power.
So we've got a couple more weapons I definitely want to talk about because we're reprising some as well. But while we have a brief reprieve from combat, I'd love to actually go ahead. I know you mentioned earlier aspects, Eric. Let's go ahead and take a look really quickly. We got our friendly neighborhood warlock here up first. Can you tell us about the new aspects the Guardian this time around?
Absolutely. So the warlock has a new aspect called Ionic Sentry. And Ionic Sentry, when you defeat targets with kinetic
Defeat target.
or arc abilities, you kind of charge this thing that you see in low gauge on your screen. Much like Gunpowder Gamble.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with that.
Absolutely.
When that's full, it grants you a bonus grenade that you can then throw out. On impact, it blinds anything nearby, and then spawns this like little arc turret, right? That zaps things, chains to.
So like gamblers,
every time it
which is
zaps
good.
something, it accumulates a stack of bolt charge.
Yeah.
So bolt charge is our new arc keyword.
Accumulating stack of bolt charge while you have
When
bolt
a stack
charges
of bolt
too.
charge, any damage you do, it's going to give you additional stacks.
Okay.
Once you hit 10 stacks, your next ability damage is going to create this giant lightning bolt that comes out of nowhere, hits the ground, and just like fries everything.
That's a cool one.
So what Ionic Sentry can do is not only generate the stacks, but because it is ability damage in itself, it can expend the stack.
Yeah.
So you send this thing out and it is doing work.
You're throwing a meat grinder at them, basically. Yeah, an arc-flavored meat grinder.
Yeah.
Anyone foolish enough to cross it. But also, I mean, given that's going to be using the new keyword as well, like it's not just going to be for mobs and trash. It's like you can throw this down against the big bosses and obviously have it blind them and do all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, this is great.
That's a good one.
This is, because any healthy targets, it's going to be continually zapping them, granting you those stacks, and then discharging the stacks as well.
Yeah. All right.
It's like an offensive version of the Stasis Warlock turret too. So it's like, let's say you stack them and you're going into onslaught, so you have your freeze. It's like, I need these enemies to leave me alone.
Yeah.
And you come in and you're like, it's time we're gonna boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, man. They're gone.
Sure, but it also, if you are in trouble, kind of like the stasis thing, like let's hit the pause button. The blinding aspect of this, I can just kind of throw it out and smoke bomb and hide, right? If I need to. Yeah.
All right, so Warlocks obviously have a brand new tool to add to their toolbox, but the other classes do as well. Which one should we show them next?
Let's stick with the arc thing. So let's go to Titan. So Titan, we have
Stormkeep. Cast your big
This is like
possibility.
a
Utter amount of bolt charge.
So any barricade you drop, it's going to kind of be electrified. And standing behind this electrified is going to passively accumulate bolt charge on you.
Whoa, that's a good one.
Drop this on the ground. I start shooting enemies from behind my barricade. Let's say it's a rally barricade, or like
I might be doing arc builds this season or episode. Sorry.
barricade you can shoot through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's eye roll towards that one there, bud.
Is gonna be kind of building those stacks up and discharging them as I'm firing my weapon. Like I said, bolt charge is usually only ability damage that discharges it.
Yeah.
But as long as I'm standing behind Storm's Keep, my weapon damage is going to discharge it as well.
Got it.
So it kind of turns any weapon you want into like a quasi Thunderlord.
Not necessarily an arc weapon then in this case.
Correct. Yeah.
Exciting. Okay.
So this one's spicy. I think we're going to see this in a lot of damage phases, and we can.
That's definitely. You just gotta plop it down and lightning crash.
In dev, and then we drop it into the world, and we'll see how we need to tune this thing. Maybe it's up, maybe it's down, but we want it to be powerful, and I think it is powerful.
There's a lot of players saw this preview in the TWID. I think it was last week, and they immediately noticed the animation for the Titan was changed, right? So when you went down to put down the barricade, it was like this big thunderclap, like, hey, I'm gonna charge everybody up, right?
Yeah, and that
It's a good one.
A lot of different kind of versions. We put so much love into all of these abilities because it's in the game forever, and we want it to be right. So. There were like slams and like raises, and we ended up with a thunderclap, and our animators are godlike. They're absolutely incredible at their jobs.
Yeah.
But then it's animation. It's like the VFX artists have to time everything to the animation, and then the sound design people have to time it to that, and then the test has to make sure we're not breaking anything. It's like so much work goes into even one aspect like this, and we're really excited to put it in players' hands.
Yeah, it's a coalescence of art and science that you guys do that consistently blows my mind. But now we've got obviously one more for our friendly neighborhood hunters like myself.
Yeah.
As well.
Best for last.
This one will be able to get out of sticky
On the
situation
prop.
as well. So yeah.
So Arcstrider already has for arc aspects, but they needed one in their void slot. So we gave Night Stalker.
And previously marks.
And shout out to the boy Danny Nanny, who is the designer for this one.
Yeah.
So on the prowl, you kind of become a hit person, right?
Yeah.
And whenever you go invisible, like you get a contract to kill something in the area.
Yeah.
And that thing is marked, and a little, a target shows up on them for you and your allies. If you successfully complete that contract and whack that jabroni, right? You.
Sorry, jabroni.
No, excellent use of jabroni. Yeah.
Thank you. So
Canon now, everyone.
So I whack a jabroni, whack a jabron, and then what happens is
Defeating
my entire
Predator.
team gets some energy, right? And this is kind of a callback to Heart of the Pack.
He's taking too long to read. Defeating a priority target creates a weakened cloud of smoke that makes you and your allies invisible when passing through. When priority targets are defeated, you and nearby allies gain increased weapon reload speed and stability for a short duration, and generate grenade, melee, and class ability.
Into a cloud of smoke.
It's a good one.
Then enter to become invisible again, thereby marking a new target. So I can kind of chain these like assassinations as I move throughout a strike or something, and my entire team can be advantaged by.
Oh, nice. So you can bring your fire team through the same cloud of smoke.
Same cloud of smoke. Everyone goes invisible. So yeah, you're kind of sneaking.
It's a good one. It is a good one, but I don't think it would be used very much.
Pairings on the screen too. Those creepy eyes freak me out every time. But on the Oculus, like that's going to benefit the smoke and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I didn't even think about Omni Oculus Tech with it. Yeah, it is a good one.
For some gameplay today, but we have too much to go through.
Yeah.
But it's like you're embodying that I'm a bounty hunter fantasy. So your gun can be giving you bounties through Lawrence Driver. You're getting bounties through this. There's going to be a lot of combinations in build crafting.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned too, Guizen, right?
Yeah. Guizen. I always call it Guizen,
Yeah.
but Guizen Vest got a rework. So when you exit invisibility, it emits a weakening cloud of smoke, and then some super energy perks as well. So
Nice.
There's going to be a lot.
I can see a good build for this.
And then with the artifact, Void features in the artifact pretty heavily too.
You know what? Honestly, you just gave me the best segue I could possibly imagine. We have looked. Obviously, we've begun.
I want to see more weapons.
Opportunities you all are going to have, but obviously, we got a new artifact as well this episode. We've got the Tablet of Ruin, which seems aptly named. Now,
Tablet of Ruin.
Can you let us know the general theme?
So,
So the theme of
pulse rifles.
episode's artifact is kind of subjugation and bending enemies to your will.
Yeah.
I don't mind it actually.
As we are going back into the Dreadnought, it was unlikely that the Dread or the Hive were going to come peacefully, so we got to bring the big guns to force their hand.
Absolutely.
Essentially.
Yeah. It's not about us winning. It's about them losing.
Yes.
Exactly.
Tablet of Ruin is there to ruin their day, essentially. Yeah, so I'll call out some highlights of mine from here. If we look at column 5,
This column looks.
Strong one.
that's where
Yeah, we got to go right to
yeah.
the chase.
We have Void. Which one is it? It's called Void Flux. That's it. Void Flux. So defeating weakened targets with a Void weapon applies volatile to nearby targets, and then you pair that with the column 4 Maligned Harvest, and rapidly applying volatile causes your next instance of Void weapon damage to.
That is a broken combo. That is a very broken combo.
You can get this engine going, in a crowded room. It's nasty.
Me and my fellow Fighting Lion addicts are going to have a really good time. This one I can already tell. The Fighting Lion subreddit, I want to see some clips.
And then I also want to call out Horde Shuttle in
Yeah,
here.
please.
So Horde Shuttle, damaging unraveled targets with a weapon, occasionally spawns a Threadling. This is really good.
Boost target targets. Throwing severed
Targets
targets.
has, high health targets. Because I unravel them, they stay unraveled. I keep shooting them, they're just popping Threadlings out, left and right. And then, because we talked about arc, flashover in column 4. When you gain a maximum stat or bolt charge, you also become.
Whoa, that's a broken one too.
Amplified is getting a big kind of buff this this episode as well, to its survivability. So really, arc in general is it's hot. It's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
Arc got a buff this season. It's looking like Arc got a good buff this season.
Yeah, that's end too. Dylan, can you walk us through some of the stuff in the first column as well? We're gonna have some new champion rather mods to take out.
Yeah, so I mean, like, there's all these really ability-focused items, which is great because there are a bunch of anti-champion keywords in there as well.
Yeah.
But let's say, like, hey, we're going in, we're doing a Nightfall. You can see actually there's anti-barrier sidearm for the first time in years. Like, I think that was around for one of the first Grandmaster rotations, and it was like, what sidearm?
Right. Dust off the call.
Now we have rocket sidearms, we have Forerunner, so you can be like popping the shields, throwing the grenades, that kind of stuff. Anti-barrier sniper, that was a favorite from the past. We just did a big rework on glaives. The team did a crack job on there, so unstoppable there. And then up at the top, you can see machine guns, and then linear fusion rifles and fusion rifles are getting the unstoppable. And then in fifth column, you'll see a perk that players may enjoy.
It's
particle
back. It's
release.
back.
Yes, it's
I'm so
aimed.
excited. I mean, I just got my hands on the blast finally. Thank you, Malachi. After all of this time, honestly, so I have a hunch I'm going to be putting those in the main rotation pretty quickly as well.
You have Vex yet?
Oh yeah. Okay, don't rub it. I didn't
What about you?
I don't know if I have a Vex.
I didn't even get it in D1, so it was like such a moment for me. It was like a decade of waiting, right? Yeah.
I think there's a reason to go back into Vault of Glass, and maybe we can help him get his.
I'm down. I
That's
played.
a good point.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like some raids I played 5 times and have like 5 of the raid exotic, right? Another.
Oh, you're the guy where you get it on the first run.
I usually am, but not with Vault for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, but Matt Noguchi out there, you go
feast or famine, right?
Yeah.
So go back to Vault, you were saying.
Vault to Glass. So there are a bunch of folks where, they want crafting back. They want to do something where they have an end goal. And
Vault of Glass is getting crafting again?
to say, hey, you've been going through Heresy content. You want to do some raids. You want to do something else. Like, we're adding weapons to Strikes, Gambit, Crucible. We have a bunch of new weapons in Trials, a new armor set in Trials that you've seen in some of these previews.
Yeah.
But Vault of Glass is getting crafting.
Yes.
Chat goes wild.
Yeah.
You can go get that Fatebringer, get it a couple times as a deep sight, craft it, and then you can make that roll that you've always wanted.
Yep. Yeah.
As you're going through Vault, let's say you want to go through and craft like 5 of the weapons that are available. Then you can hop into Master with all your spoils, be going for those Adept versions, and those have a chance to drop with multiple or more perks in those columns. We've been doing this for the last few raids with craftable weapons, but now it's like, hey, I want my Heathen Vengeance. There's a new intrinsic perk. What's the origin trait?
Yes.
And then, let's say I'm trying to go for a combination. I could get 3 on this, and then I can enhance it, make it this crazy.
Grand Super Energy was super. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So we've got another weapons. I know I mentioned some reprised ones, but actually, as long as we're hanging out here in the menus, Eric, I'd actually love to put you on the spot again and talk about just some of the exotics that players are going to be able to go ahead and acquire this episode as well. Let's start wherever you'd like to. Which one would you like to kick it off with?
Let's look at Barrow Dyad.
Barrow Dyad. I was hoping you'd say that.
So
Submachine. Oh my god, that's a cool ass submachine gun.
Is that a gun?
It's hybrid gun for
our team does not mess around, man. That's so cool. Yeah.
So this
think
thing
3 different
is
targets
a
generate
straight
Elijah
submachine gun.
Light,
and it
light
is
is
also a monster
seekers.
in combat. So this thing, as I deal damage with it, it generates this resource called Blight. And next time I reload, whether it's manual or I just run out of my mag, it's going to convert that Blight into these Strand Seekers that next time I pull the trigger, it's going to fire those out and they're going to bounce between enemies.
Here we go. Yep. So we got some gameplay of this right now, actually.
Yes. So, but you can also see it.
just juking everything.
The Grim is a paid actor, obviously.
Tonight is snow.
You can also see that this thing auto reloads over time. So this thing, rumor is it's partially sentient.
Yeah.
It has its own wants and needs.
It wants to kill.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you satisfy it, it's going to reward you.
Yeah.
So look how fast that ammo comes back. So what you can actually do is play this mini game where you are trying to shoot enemies to build up that Blight. And then you can pace yourself to auto reload to build up more Blight, and then manually reload to load all those Seekers into your mag. In addition, it has this perk where dealing damage to 3 different enemies generates in a short period of time. Generates a large amount of Blight.
Very nice. Okay, so equal opportunities to go ahead and clear.
Where do you see your Blight though?
To just burn down the big bad that might be standing in front of you, or whichever one's foolish enough to do so.
So there are going to be player questions immediately of when you're talking about Blight and those sorts of keywords. Is this Weapon of Sorrow?
That's a great question. It is not a weapon of sorrow, but you know, I heard another rumor that this thing is a kind of fossilized precursor to a weapon of sorrow.
Interesting.
But I can't, you know, confirm.
Redacted.
This, yeah. One of our top 3 favorite words.
Ooh, this blight look
So
really
this is the
cool.
one, and we won't spoil how, but players will be earning this one this season. It'll have, you know, catalysts and other intrinsics to earn as well, I assume.
This thing has a lot of surprises. I don't know where. Yeah.
You can leave it there.
Let's just leave it.
I like that. Okay. All right. So obviously, the Barodiad will be one that will be getting added to a lot of loadouts across the entire Sol system. But that's not the only one we're going to be taking a look at today.
Yeah, let's.
A
also
second
look at
exotic.
Our new exotic trace rifle Lodestar. So this one will be given to players via the season pass. This is the first.
This weapon fires a low.
So,
Oh.
so excited.
So
Low
fire,
intensity
this thing
arc
behaves
beam
like
with
a, you know, the
enhanced
trace rifle
ability.
you know and love.
Dealing arc
But
damage from
when
any
ADS
source
with
in line
it,
battle.
It's closer to a pulse rifle, actually.
Okay.
When you ADS, you know, your standard pulse rifle has this kind of cadence where it's
When aligned, press R to
like
press.
these, kind of spaces in between the rounds coming out. But this thing is more the steady, you know, EDM beat.
Here we go. Yeah, so players are seeing it now. Yeah.
Yeah, we're womp, 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 womp.
Yep, that's right, yeah.
You know, and it's like, it's nonstop until you run out of ammo, right?
So we got
Yeah.
burst sidearms, burst hand cannons, your pulse rifles, and now we got a burst trace rifle. I love this kind of stuff, man. Yep.
Yeah, so outside of this unique firing behavior, as I deal damage with it, you can see down in the bottom left corner we have arc alignment. And what that's doing is charging the coils of the weapon. Once it's fully charged, if I press and hold to auto reload, or sorry, special reload.
Oh, right.
As I hip fire, I jolt anything I hit.
Yeah.
So the jolt is a debuff, right? So
This doesn't seem too powerful, to be
this
honest.
thing
Too.
auto reload to go into the other fire mode, and then kind of sweep the beam across a bunch of enemies,
Yeah.
jolt them all, and then.
Paintbrush of death, this thing. Yeah.
And then the final perk this thing has is when ADS, any time you defeat a arc debuffed enemy, they explode into a blinding explosion. So it's this loop where I can charge it up, I jolt enemies,
Yeah.
I defeat the jolted enemies with the ADS shot, which explodes and damages more enemies, which charges it up. And
Yeah.
it's
The loop continues,
Yeah,
honestly, yeah.
This thing has, I think, a really high skill ceiling.
And this is just this one weapons loop. There's obviously all the different artifact mods. There's all the new aspects. There's the new gear we're going to have available to us with the Dreadnought. Theory crafters, update your spreadsheets. The time has begun.
You can. There's some big brain combos you can pull off.
Yeah, and I will be counting on stealing all of them. All right, so we also, really quickly before we move on, we have some new armor as well with Trials. Dylan, can you briefly tell us a little bit as well about the new updates to Trials and the new armor?
For sure.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Trials
We still
update.
have, Heresy gameplay on here, but as I was saying, like once you're kind of like, oh hey, I've been playing that for a bit, I want to go play my core rituals like Nightfalls, Crucible, that kind of stuff. If I want the endgame PvP experience, Trials is getting kind of a rework. It's mostly focused around the Lighthouse experience. So the main goal, big shout out to Mercules on the team that's been working on this for a while, and then Test and everybody too. But
Oh my God.
what is a Trials experience when it's not flawless or bust?
Right.
What is something where, as a lesser skill player, somebody that just wants to go in and play some like elimination, get in, get some rewards, and then also visit the Lighthouse and see our friend Saint. So ultimately, it's framed more around streaks. So you don't need that flawless 7 games in a row ticket to go up to the Lighthouse. Now it's more, oh hey, I won 2 games in a row, lost a couple, but ultimately got 7 over time. Now I can go to the Lighthouse, open that chest, and then get some cool rewards.
Yeah.
So we had a big, an emphasis on big article go out about Crucible. There's some comp changes, there's a bunch of matchmaking stuff, but also Trials is our main game, or main focus for that. And you can see the armor that you get on there. You'll be getting these pieces like once a week or a couple times a week through challenges or opening the chest.
They look
So
it looks really
into
cool.
that kind of Osirian, that Egyptian theme again, and these text shaders great. It's one of those pieces where, okay, I'm gonna be spending a couple weeks in here to fizzle. Oh my gosh, don't carry me, teach me.
Yeah.
But yeah, even
Just
if
don't
you're-
go up against me while you're out there. If you could do me a solid,
yeah,
that'd be great.
even if you're not high skill, it's like you can earn these armor pieces The cool cosmetic bit is like, oh hey, as a high skill player, I still want that representation of what Flawless used to encapsulate. So if you hit a 5, a 6, a 7 win streak and go open that chest, you're unlocking different glows. You're getting different cosmetics like ships, ghosts, the sparrow.
Or a farming time.
Right?
That's right.
And then afterwards, how long of a streak can you go on? We're going to have a new emblem tracker where it's like, oh man, I went on a 25 win streak in trials. I'm kind of hot right now. And then
Said Andy never.
Yeah, Andy saying, hey Dylan, you want to play Discord? And I'm like, sorry, I'm a bit too busy.
It's all right, we get it. You're a big deal. But
I'm not
no,
a big
thank
deal.
you, honestly, in the interest of being busy. Thank you and yours, obviously, putting together that article. If anyone wants to see all of that in painstaking detail, it took a village. So Dylan, to you and the PvP Strike team and everyone, thank you a ton for getting all that information together. I know we have one more topic to move on to, but I'm realizing in my notes I didn't quite get to speak to the reprised weapons. Let's call out a couple before we move on. There's one in particular I'm actually pretty excited about. It's the return of probably one of my favorite pulse rifles. I've been watching a lot of TikTok. Our friend Epic Defender out there is running Fighting Lion and, pardon me, Cold Denial. So
Cold Denial's cool.
I dusted off my Cold Denial, which is now also making a return. So if you don't still have it from Season of Arrivals, now's your chance. Dylan, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. What's your favorite role for this one?
Well, so back in the day, I always made sure to have Head Seeker, and it was kind of a niche perk back then. It was like, oh hey, it helps.
Gain a bonus heading. Oh, that's a good one.
It's been a while since Season of Arrivals, so I'm going to be going for Head Seeker again on this baby, and like. One of the cool things is that all of the reprisals are going to be dropping day 1 of Act 1.
Cool.
So you can go and get this. There were a few others that were mentioned, or I believe you're about to mention.
Another one, yes, that's right. We can, honestly, I can talk about, or wait, my favorite role of the next weapon.
I don't care about your favorite role.
Okay,
No,
fair
no,
enough.
Damn!
You know what, message received, I'll leave that for my
What is your
inventory
favorite
alone.
role? Because we debated this.
Well, there's,
Come on.
all right, it's very close. It's Zen Moment Head Seeker. But
Okay, no, that's good.
It's just a 2-burst machine. But another one I want to call out, one that's so well beloved by the community that a member or a content creator in our community named themselves after it, Whispering Slab Enjoyer. Whispering Slab is now also getting reprised as well. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for y'all to go ahead and add this one back into your inventory.
Nice.
Is there going to be any new roles added to this one as well, Dylan? Anything exciting?
Yeah, I mean, all of the weapon rolls, they're going to be a bit revamped. There will be some heavy hitters from the past, but also new perks have been introduced over time.
Yeah.
I mean, for the seasonal weapons too, I believe it was, Morgan Dickens, like working with her to see what are all the different roles, what can we call it on the stream.
Yeah.
She put a lot of love into those. Big shout out to the rest of the team as well. Like, I wish I could name every single person, but as you said, it takes a village, it takes a city to build a game.
Absolutely.
So big love for everybody.
Yeah, we're just the ones sitting up here today. There's obviously a ton of incredible peers of ours here at Bungie that are behind the scenes building all of this every single day. So to our teammates and compatriots at Bungie, we couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much.
Are there any weapons you're looking forward to?
Oh yeah, let's really quickly check.
Oh, I'm looking forward to all the new Dreadnought weapons. They look so gorgeous, especially the new support frame. So I'll be rocking that through my run throughs the Nether. Just like watching our playtesters like run through the final bubble there. They were struggling. They need some healing. I'll be rocking that, healing my teammates.
You're a better man than I am.
Yeah.
But we already knew that, obviously. Eric, any one last one that you want to call out before we move on?
That Whispering Slab is just so sexy, man.
Isn't it?
Like,
honestly,
just
what a
like
distinctive bow. Like, how do you
it
not
is.
love it?
It's just like a big flat thing with a string. It's like, I don't know.
You know it means pain when you see it, honestly.
It's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you shoot arrows from it, or do you just take it and hit people with it?
Dealer's choice. Obviously. Depends whether or not you're a Titan. All right, so we obviously have talked through a lot of stuff today, but there is plenty more for you to go ahead and dive into when Heresy launches next week on February 4th. But before we go ahead and obviously conclude the show, we've got a couple more announcements to talk through, including our next dungeon race. Dylan, this is something you and your compatriots on the community team have told us all about in past blogs and stuff, but a quick recap for anyone out there. Can you tell us a little bit about the Sunder Doctrine race?
Yeah, so Sunder Doctrine, that's going to be launching on February 7th at Reset.
Okay.
We're going to do the contest mode as well. Some people call it a race to the top.
Yeah.
So with our last dungeon, we had a podium finish where it was the first 3 fire teams are winners for second, third. This time we're going back to that format of a singular fire team will be crowned. They will be that first to cross the finish line. The really cool thing about this as well is we're kind of mixing up what is the stake, what is the reward.
Yeah.
Last dungeon we did a really cool hoodie with some personalization. This time around we're doing a trophy.
Ooh, nice.
Nice little trophy. It's not a kit or not as big as say the the raid title belts that you get, but it's going to be something that's very special, customized, like unique to this experience. Yeah. Big shout out to Joe, to the Raid and Dungeon team, and then also, let's see here. Sorry, Henshin Scrap. We're going to be partnering with them to create this trophy, and we'll have a picture of it in a TWID next week, or maybe even later this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be something that represents this dungeon, and it's going to be pretty fun.
Good.
So,
And also, our friends on the Good Super Products team have been hard at work making sure that
I construct.
because I've never done a contest mode in my life. I'm not. There's some stuff to go ahead for the Guardians to go.
I like the bracelet.
Dylan, can you tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here too?
Sure. Yeah. So on the screen, this is going to be earnable just by playing through. We have a new. I love this note sheet, man. Work shirt. So
Work shirt.
It has a hood, but it's not the hoodies of old. This is going to be a new thing. A work shirt that you can earn. The wristband was a pretty big winner for players. They enjoyed earning that last go, so we have that again. And then we also have our Bungie rewards, the title pin. So go in, do all the challenges, the triumphs. I believe solo as well, which I applaud everybody that does solo dungeons because it's just insane to me.
Yeah.
But you can earn these this pin to represent how hardcore you are.
Yeah.
And then we have just general pins and rewards that you can get as well.
Very cool.
So
The bracelet looks cool.
Go ahead and get my hands on something as well, right?
True.
It's like,
And then these are outside of like contest mode. So contest mode, you get that unique emblem in game. With normal mode, there will be an emblem, there will be those rewards, weapons, etc.
Certainly.
But then some things out of game as well.
Dungeon looks cool. I'm sure that's backgrounds to
Into
dungeon.
The contest mode, 1995 is the recommended power.
Okay.
Outside of that, it's like if contest isn't your thing, once that fire team finishes first, then we open up normal mode afterwards. So.
Cool. But either way, contests will be available for that first 48 hours.
First 48 hours
Cool.
too.
Awesome.
And then if you want to join in with the community and have a watching experience, we have the Dungeon Zone hosted by CB Gray and Evan F.
Couple of legends.
Yeah, big thank you to them because this is going to be a community-driven kind of like, hey, they're tracking a ton of teams that are vying for that first place.
Yeah.
They're going to be hopping through that. They'll have some pre-show stuff that's really fun to watch. We'll also have Twitch drops. We'll have unique emblems to earn through that. So yeah,
They're working with the community now, which is good.
Gameplay to jump into on the 7th.
That rules. Can't wait. Excellent. Well, everyone as well, if they need to find this was in a previous TWID as well.
Yeah, so we have a previous TWID. We're going to have another TWID just before the 7th to walk through this again. And then we also have like the terms and conditions for the dungeon race and all that. That's on help.bungie.net. So.
Excellent. Very cool. All right. Excited. Can't wait to tune in. CB Gray, Evan F. Can't wait to go ahead and see what you got in store for us. But now we have one more item to speak about. As has become tradition in these streams, we've got one more thing to go ahead and show you. Now it's time to take a first look at the newest collaboration that's going to be coming to Destiny 2, and this one is joining us from a galaxy far, far away.
Star
I'm
Wars.
gonna keep an eye on you. I'm sure you'll see that soon, but that's right. Our next collaboration is inspired by a universe that's loved by so many.
So cool.
Studio, Star Wars. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at the new Star Wars-inspired armor sets that are going to be joining Destiny. And I say there's no time quite like the present. First up, we've got the Covert Ranger set for Hunters. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at that one.
Oh,
This one is
it looks kind of meh.
by none other than the Elite Death Troopers. Oh my God, I can't wait.
Such a beautiful cape.
Seriously.
Hunters are never going to need to use Super Black again. Are you kidding me?
Don't tempt us, we'll find a way. Yes, this one, and as are the other ones that you're going to see, are obviously all going to be arriving on day one of Heresy. Up next, Warlocks. Worry not, we've got you covered as well.
This one looks really cool.
Set for you guys, and this time it's inspired by the Imperial Royal Guards. If you've ever found yourself in a throne room in the Star Wars universe, you've probably been intimidated by these guys. That's your chance to go ahead and do the same intimidation when you load into trials or anything like that. This one is obscenely cool. And then last, but very not least, we've got the Shock Enforcer set for Titans. This one's inspired by...
That's blindingly bright.
Yeah, and this one actually I heard comes with an intrinsic perk that tanks your accuracy.
That's so
pretty cool.
It's all right. They're Titans. They're just going to go ahead and punch you anyway, honestly. We'll check on that intrinsic perk. But yes, this one, obviously, to the classic Stormtroopers out there, the fans of those, Titans, you are going to go ahead and be set and ready to go.
It's got breasticles, too.
Now, obviously, there's going to be some stuff that will transcend across all of the different classes, including a new Ghost shell that we'd love to go ahead and show you as well.
We now have, let's go ahead and take a look here.
Death Star.
Ghost Shell, as you can tell, operational, but it's inspired by none other than the return of the Jedi Death Star. So it's a bit of a work in progress, but who among us isn't?
So good, man. I love the effect that comes out of the front.
I know, it never is, honestly. I remember the first time I saw it, like I quietly lost myself, honestly, in a meeting. Thankfully, I was muted on Teams. But yeah, this one has been super exciting. Now, there's also more as a part of this collaboration for you to explore, so worry not. There's also a Sparrow, a ship, emotes, and a finisher, all for you to check out when Heresy launches. But of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't take a chance, for starters, to give huge thanks to our friends here at Bungie that helped put this together. Kelly out on the marketing team, and then our friends over at Lucasfilm Games. It's been incredible to go ahead and work with you side by side to put this together. And of course, to make sure you're all in the know, and we give you a heads up of exactly where this is going to be, it will not be at Tashi Station with the power converters. These will be available on Eververse when Heresy launches on day one. So just want to make sure you're all aware of that. And also, I got to say, I, for one, am going to be keeping a close eye on the R Destiny Fashion subreddit, because I can't wait to see what they got for us after this.
I mean, they're going to have this, they're going to have new Trials armor, new seasonal or episodic armor.
Yeah.
They're going to have tons of new Eververse options, but tons of new options you earn in the game. Put it all together, make something dope.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome, very exciting. Well, I think, honestly, we've had a huge docket of things to go ahead and go on through, but now we can all collectively exhale and leave a little bit more for the Guardians at home to discover when Heresy launches next week.
This is like their longest one. It's an hour.
So first things first, obviously, Guardians, to all of you out there, even to the individual spamming my face as an emote in chat, thank you all so much for joining us today. These shows are a ton of fun for us to get to put on. We love getting to share what we've been working on with all of you, but it doesn't matter unless you show up. So genuinely, thank you all for taking the time to join us today. Obviously, to our fire team in the back of the house, to my compatriot in social media, Mitch, to Ashley, to Peyton, they're the ones really driving this stream. We just get to talk about what's on stream. So thank you for going ahead and lending us your talents. Obviously, to our friends here on the couch as well, Nico, who is somewhere around here. Obviously, Nico, thank you for joining us. Eric, Ryan, Dylan, thank you guys. We appreciate you taking the time to join us today.
Thank you.
To the crew here as well. Again, you have the challenge of dealing with me, so thank you all so much for your hard work. We seriously appreciate it. As a quick reminder to close things up, Heresy Act 1 launches just next week on February 4th, so go ahead, make sure you've got that day off. I don't, but I'll be cheering for all of you that do, so you can check
next Tuesday
all of the new gear and weapons that you're going to be able to have available to you. Start checking out how to get your hands on those exotics and building them all up. Our collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, Star Wars is pretty exciting, and of course the Sundered Doctrine Dungeon Race will be there as well. But that's right, so now we're going to go ahead and get ready to close things out. But before we do, we're going to leave the stream live for just a little bit longer, so if you need to go ahead and wrap up that Twitch drop, you can do so. And go ahead and do us a favor and stick around, because once we finish up here, we're going to raid our good friend Mactix. So while I appreciate the bits and cheers and everything here in chat, save your Twitch Prime sub, save everything you can. Go over to him, give him a follow, donate to the Game to Give stuff, pardon me, if you can, to help us do some good through the Bungie Foundation. But that's it. So for now, thank you all so much again for joining us. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you all Starside.
That one was a good one. That one was a good one. That was a really good one. I like that one. That one actually introduced some cool content, concepts and stuff that I wouldn't mind actually playing for once. All right. We're probably going to play Diablo for a bit here. And then maybe some Throne of Liberty and then some Delta Force. So we're going to get that going. I hear Discord going off. I don't see anything. Discord keeps going off. I don't see anything. add PS5. Add. Beautiful. There we go. I mean, we don't really need to capture the audio, but hide that one. Perfect. Beautiful. It's up. About to lose it for a second there. 1 second. Beautiful. Desktop audio, we could mute that for now. I assume we can mute that for now. And then we just have the PlayStation audio. Which is good. And these little things that I have to work around with. Now, Diablo has a new season that I just recently beat the I'm just checking if there's new games, or because sometimes there's new free-to-play games that I like to try. They released a new season, and I just finished, thankfully, the story for Heart of Thorns. I didn't beat it because fucking Thing came out, and I started playing Thing. If you don't know what Thing is, I'm trying to remember the name of it, Path of Exile. Boop. So I played PoE 2 for a very long time. One second. We're just looking at something. Why has it not come out yet? I'm waiting for something, and it's just not wanting to do anything. It's confusing me. Oh well. There's something in my ear and it's bothering me. I don't know what it is. I'm just, So we're playing Barhan. Oh, nice. Look at them titties. I mean, whoa, where did that come from? So, it's a little bit delayed from what I'm playing, so you might, just so you all know.
Then come with me. I can sense the head close
by,
but it is difficult to locate in all of this noise. We must search until I hear its voice clearer.
Okay, honestly, I'm okay with that, but let me change. Honestly, I may like the pirate look, but I might go with this or this. Honestly, this is a little better. We gotta, get drip right first. I kind of like that. I don't like it no more. Kind of like those ones. Those ones kind of fit well. That's these ones. That one's good. Well, first we gotta change these. I kind of like that with that, actually. What about this one? I kind of like that. That's all right. We're gonna go with this. I got a few good looking bows. Nothing looks better than that one. And then this is like wings and stuff. Pets. We got this guy. We're gonna equip him. We got portal. Stable. We do have a cat now. I mean, I might just use the cat to... That's fine. Beautiful. Save. Okay. So we've customized our look. We're good to go. We're going to actually travel to here first.
The new militia recruit.
Well done.
Thanks.
Damn
cold, isn't it? But at least we're safe. Beyond these walls, darkness reigns.
Did I get any elixirs? She didn't give me any herbs, am I right? Herbs. This is defense herbs. Okay, we got some herbs, so we're gonna make some potions and stuff. Just because we want that bonus XP as we play. Nope. I have 9 potions, damn. I can't make any herbs. That's bullshit! Okay, we're traveling back over to here. We're turning the game down a bit, just so it's not too loud. Okay. World boss spawns in 14 minutes. Oh. The same route spilled out. Look at me.
What is this?
Our quarry has turned rotten. We must be careful.
Just gotta get that ricochet off. Boom, boom, boom. Grab, grab, grab. Perfect. The rotted, I believe they're called, right? Boom. That's definitely better. Beautiful. Rapid fire barrage. Shadow stab, critically striking enemy grants 5% movement speed. Your critical strike chances with marksman cutthroat. You gain 6% damage. Honestly, we're gonna do that. Close damage reduction is good too. Oh, where's this? So we have Dance of Knives, charge seconds, shadows they launch at night, surrounding the enemies, consuming a charge per. What's this one? Shadow Step, become unstoppable and quick move through the shadows and stab a victim. That's alright. Dash. I think this one sounds the coolest. I could always respec. It's like my first time playing a rogue, I think. 'Cause my first character was a rogue. And I've not played rogue since the game launched. So it's... I do know I want volley. Okay, this is not going too bad. Damn, I can't help. Oh my lord, this guy is fucking spanking me. Holy hell, this guy is really fucking clapping my cheeks. Okay, we'll lower him down. He's not too hard once you get his fucking shield down. Character's not at the power level of the sheep. Fugitive head, and we're gonna grab all these.
I apologize for not telling the whole story, but I thought it better to show you what we are up against.
Yes, the root bound.
From the Tree of Whispers. By who or what, I do not know, but it was attached to dead flesh, and this rot was allowed to spread. It was not the only one either. Please return this head to the tree and see for yourself.
Okay.
I will give you my
I believe you, Jabbing the line. Beautiful. This Diablo season is pretty interesting. Really increase that damage just enough to be able to, you know, maintain ourselves. Wants us to traverse. I could go through here just to clear this out. Is the pit and stuff activated this season? I don't know what that does. A simple cash or containing restless rot used to purchase witchcraft. Okay.
You have fought the creatures of hate.
You have fought the creatures of hatred.
We fought them too.
We fought them too.
Here in the swamps.
I don't want your life story.
And they reached the tree. And then the heads went missing.
I mean, there's still heads like right here, like you can clearly see above my little name thingy.
Have yet answered. So, I found you. I will teach you now the witchcraft I promised. Use it to follow what remains of the tree's whispers and seek the missing heads.
Okay.
Do this, and I will teach more. It is true that he.
Okay. I have this cash. Okay, we got some elixirs. Encounter new challenges in headhunts. Complete new whispers, break the exposed routes, and have a chance to encounter with the boss. Gain reputation with the coven by completing whispers and gaining grim favor. Gain more reputation at higher tiers. Okay. I'm working my way to 2. Oh, wow. Nice. Ooh. This is this stuff. Is this what I have to interact with? No, she wants me to interact with this. Collect grim favor. So I can buy these already, I believe, right? I have 38. I can buy 1. Twilight Blade. Every 14.5 seconds you gain a barrier for 30% of your maximum life. Aura of Lament. The first time you damage an enemy, you contain them with Aura of Lament for 11 seconds. Enemies within the area are slowed by 70%. Each grant you 3 primary resources each second. If the host dies, okay. Transfers a new one. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Poison Frog. You summon a Poison Frog to repeatedly attack enemies, dealing 100... Oh, that's not a bad one. Or siphoning surrounds you, dealing 20 points damage per second. That's really good. Fire Bats. Every 2 seconds, you summon a deadly fire bat that swarms enemies. That's actually not bad. Hex of Flames. Lucky hit, 20%. Okay. I think I might do the frog, but there's this one too, which is the same thing. These are all altar, witchcraft, altar, witchcraft, altar, witchcraft. They're all altars or witchcraft. You've been gifted with the powers of witchcraft. Equip the powers in the witch tab inventory. Upgrade your witchcraft in your inventory by pressing triangle. The witch power upgrading. Okay. Spend your restless rot. Restless rot drops from okay. Head rotted. Okay. Inventory. Awesome. That's sweet to know. I have elixirs that I cannot use until level 10. I can't use elixirs till level 10. Boom. There's a diamond thing here. There's this. I don't know what the difference between the witch altars are. I don't know what the difference is between them. Maybe they'll upgrade over time. Heal. Oh, so this is more like a town now. I see. I see. Like we have a gem. Is she a gem? So she's the jeweler. There's another jeweler over here. What's the difference between... Oh, you do this stuff. She does like boss kind of stuff. Okay. I get you now.
I carry the fifth. Come back and see.
All junk. Except... Alright, collect grim flavor, so we now have to go into these zones. I'm a frog. The frog go rabbit. Rabbit. Who is healing you, sir? Purge the rot. These barrier enemies are a little bit annoying, but I can make do with them. So I like that I can just go like a summoner route with the witch powers. It's kind of interesting. Boom, 100 good favor. I've done that one. That one's full. Awesome. We're almost at maximum of these. We're gonna help this lady. We're gonna defend her. We're clearing out these guys. Oh my lord. We gotta, you know, eliminate these guys on the patrol. I really like the triangle ability. Fucking fly. Don't know why they have all suddenly have started appearing out everywhere. I think I might be level 10 now where I can start using elixirs. I need like one more kill and I'm done with this one. Sweet. 30 bits increases overpower damage, attack speed. Okay. Nice. Roll. Shred him. I love just being able to press the triangle ability and the enemy density is so nice in this area. Holy hell. Perfect. We're gonna eliminate all these guys as best as we can. Damn. Sweet. We're actually killing it. God, I like the spin to win abilities. Spin to win, baby. Spin to win. These barrier guys are very annoying. Whew. Cut. So we have a collection of one-handed weapons, collection of leg guards, collection of one-handed weapon. So obviously we're gonna put that on. We're gonna exit that. That's going on. Boom. That's not a dagger, so we're not gonna put that on. We have a ring. We're gonna put that ring on. We'll put this ring on. Honestly, no. Yes. 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 No. No. Honestly, do I want to use a crossbow instead of a bow? Damage per hit is higher. Attack per second. Okay, we got new these. Equip that. Beautiful. Nope. Dagger, yes. Dagger, yes. Okay. Headhunt. Oops. Nope. Speak to Glenna. What's this? Speak to Auras and cast a healing potion upgrade. So we're gonna do the healing potion upgrade first. Just so I don't forget about that, because I tend to forget about those things. Turtle said he'd be right back, and then it's been like an hour, right? Ish.
Well, you certainly have them.
If you've got the need to use items, blessings.
Attack speed, overpower damage, critical strike. We make those, we're good. We got blacksmiths that we can just go to and do.
Need something for it?
Off, gain 50 hours in a cast of ultimate skills. The hell can I not go that way from? And then we gotta see if we can change the difficulty. No bosses spawning right now? Okay. We gotta go to the Whisper Tree of Whispers. Where is that again? Oh, right there. I'm blind, dumb, or stupid. I need to change my helmet. I need to change the helmet. I kind of like that one. That one's pretty dope too. That one's meh. That one's cool. This one's cool too. With all the daggers. I think I'm gonna go to this. Why did he...
Wanderer, this is Caden and Una. We will be working together to restore the tree and punish whatever or whoever has defiled it. Is that not right, Caden?
We're the ones fool enough to answer the call, anyway. I reckon that includes you, Wanderer.
Cool. They each have their own. So they have their own. So RF or Sabel, do they all have their own? Rolling Bait, Soul Harvest, Wave of Foe, okay. They all have their own.
Now we must clean this mess and then stop hatred from making another anywhere near the tree.
The heads once spoke of a cleansing ritual from the days when the Great Serpent was young, one that invoked the tree's ancient name. They said Belith the Elder knew this name, but her head was taken. To the fractured peaks, the whispers think.
For years, I thought you spent too much time around this damn tree.
We are fortunate she has. Wanderer, seek this Belith in the fractured peaks and bring back her head. We have a ritual to prepare for. When last we...
Okay, we have some new ones. That's the last one. So we now have Force of Will. When you kill an enemy, your next overpowered deals 3.5. Not bad. Aura of Misfortune. You inflict non-boss enemies near you with Aura of Misfortune. When affected monsters would attack, you have 10% chance to stumble. Soul Harvest. Whenever you use a cooldown, you gain 1 primary core cost. Okay. Hex of Whispers. Every 5 seconds, the next damage you deal inflicts a Hex of Whisper for 5 seconds, damaging an enemy afflicts with Hex of Whispers. Deal additional 100 shadow damage transfer. That's not bad. Abyssal Reassurance. After spending 250 primary resources, you explode, dealing 1. That's not bad. Wave of Foe. Your skills launch a Wave of Foe. When they deal damage, deal additional 10. I want the fire bats, to be honest.
I thought you might choose this.
And then Wave of Foe. Upgrade. Upgrade them all to tier 2. It should be good. Alright, over here. So I unlock 2 out of 9 when I do that. Okay. More Witchcraft Reputation Cash. I'm at IV, so I found I can't do this until I complete the next one, and I'll unlock that next one. And we have all these caches, which is nice. We have a... Okay, that's good. That's a little bit better. Nope, nope, nope. That's a bit better. Boom. Ooh, wait. This one does a lot more. Unfortunately, that's gonna have to go. We're halfway through our timer. while we teleport, I'm going to the washroom because I need to pee. I need to pee. Be right back. Enjoy the background. Alright. After a quick piss, we's back. And Turtle does not want to join me. Oh. Had to fix my fucking pants. Oh, I forget. Silly me. When you stop channeling dance and knives drop up to... Ooh, that's actually not bad. Each dance and knives... I like this one. Dark Shroud. Shroud yourself with 5 protective... That's not bad. Okay. This one's pretty good. Grab that. Heal yourself a ton of your maximum life when Dark Shroud is removed. Well, at least one act is right. We want some survivability. Agile. Using a cooldown increases your dodge chance. You deal 8% to increase damage to... Shadow imbued. Shadow imbued might be better. I'm gonna do shadow. But yeah. Lucky hit shadow damage has up to... Each time you kill an enemy with a shadow damage, you get a rate 10 energy. Okay. Don't call me. Nice. So we're increasing our Root spawned enemies have 20% more health. Flames rain upon you. Root spawn bosses at least deal 50. Oh god, root spawn bosses. Is it like a time gate trial? Boom, perfect, we're going through. We're eliminating these guys pretty quickly, honestly. Do we take a boon every time we go through? Maybe? I'm not sure. We're gonna just... Ooh. Beautiful. We're gonna dodge out of that, and we're gonna grab that. We're good. Nice. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Get some shadow damage done. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're doing pretty good. You know, Diablo's like casual mode now after playing fucking Path of Exiles. Increase potion cooldown by 3 seconds. Respawn at least bosses. Respawn enemies deal 25% more damage. I'm okay with having that. That's a bad idea to use that. This rain down fire one's a bit annoying, but it's nothing worse than the trial Succumus from fucking Path of Exile. Fucking blood gobblers. Globules. I want to clear out this little area first. Legendaries can spawn now, which will be nice to get some of those. Just clear these guys out, which makes life easy. This one is a bigger one. We're gonna clear out these people. We got 2 more to do. And we have a boss fight to still do as well, I believe. Oh my lord, holy fuck. We're getting a lot. Okay. We're looking for 1 more. And I found it, which is nice. We're gonna clear out the area first. I'm hoping I'm onto the boss next. Keep up the critical strike. Perfect. Sweet. I can't even stay still to like add these ability points because I'm getting fucking destroyed by these fucking fireballs. Damn. He's almost done with his health here. I don't mean to heal, it just happens that that button's... I'm used to that button being an ability button. We're slowly but surely melting this guy. I'm hoping for some legendaries just to like, you know, help speed up my damage. This boss is pretty easy. What's the other way? Another boss? Or just a dead end? Just a dead end, okay. Blood orbs by necromancer. Oh. Damn! It's up by not that much. We'll keep it then. Not enough to change it. That's nope. We're gonna level up a bit in here. Sweet, we're clearing through these. I feel like I'm still not leveling up fast. I'm on a high difficulty, I'm on expert. Damn. Just clear out all these guys. Damn! Level 17. Fucking clear out as many as we can. I don't know what I need to do for this one. Destroy and expose the roots to free the lost whispers. I got one done. Dang! Fuck it out, let me just be free.
It's locked.
Clear these guys out. We're gonna chop off his head, and it looks like it's about our time to get off, so we're gonna be ending stream here shortly.
You saved her from the rot. Thank you, Wanderer.
We're gonna just get... Okay.
The ritual is prepared.
He's prepared. The ritual is prepared.
Hustle worms to defend a horrible tree.
Join us in the ritual circle, Wanderer. We will begin.
He's prepared. Why'd she say it like that?
Remember now the forgotten tongue and speak the tree's old name.
Lost word.
The coven stands before the tree. Wisdom and the memory of the swamp. Wanderer, invoke the tree's forgotten name and prepare to defend this circle. Hatred will be coming.
Yeah. Oh wait, is it this? I wasn't paying attention enough to... Oh. I did not realize I was drawing a circle. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my god. But I didn't. But I didn't actually beat it. What kind of pity is that? What kind of pity is that? I didn't do it. Didn't completed it.
Now we may breathe a little easier. With hatred purged from the tree, we can assure the head's safe return.
Returned, yes. But they must be cleansed of the rot before they rejoin the branches. We cannot let the tree become tainted.
A wise notion. Oh, I reckon that means we've another cleansing ritual to look forward to. That's for you, Wanderer. Best keep following them whispers. You find more heads, we'll add them to the pile.
Nice. I now have the occultist not unlocked yet. Dang, I don't have the occultist.
You can still use these. Don't ruin all that work.
How have I not completed? Okay, I completed 3 and 9. I now need to make my way to here. I need to collect Grim Favors. Oh, the trees are just straight up not in stock. Okay. Occultist gems. Rooting Kosh. I need this. I already need this. I have those. Should I just buy them all?
Open your mind. It will serve.
I bought them all. Alright, for now, that is all. I want to thank you guys for stopping by the stream. I want to thank you guys who joined me while we're just waiting for the Destiny things to drop and be finished. I hope you all had a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And if you want to continue watching peak content, there's a friend of mine that is streaming right now, going as Raging Reinhardt. Go follow him and go watch his stream. He's right now playing Marvel Rivals. Hope y'all enjoy and have yourself a wonderful day. I won't be live tomorrow, or if I am, it'll be later in the day. I won't be live tomorrow for a few reasons. I'm going out tonight, probably gonna be a hungover or etc. And then I got things to do during the day, and then we might stream at night. If we stream at night, we might play a horror game, just to, you know, spice things up a bit. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys all later in the next stream, and enjoy. It is probably where you are a lot warmer than where it is right here I am right now, so enjoy, everybody. And also, a kiss for